Happy Hour is live in 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2. This is Happy Hour.
Call the show, 856-49-HOPPY. That's 856-494-6773.
Yo, what up? It's Happy Hour. How are you guys doing? Great to hear. We will be hanging out for the next hour. I have a lot on my mind, a lot of opinions that I want to express to you guys. But in that same process, in that same motion, I want to hear from you guys. It's not hard. It's not rocket science. Call me, 856-49-HOPPY. That's 856-49-HOPPY, and I will be sure to get back to your calls in real time. Tweet at me at Ryan Hoppy Radio and use the Hoppy Radio app in the Google Play and iOS shop and talk to me there. This is being brought to you by RealEDM.com. Now you're wondering, what is RealEDM.com? It is the best podcast out there about EDM music with my dude, Louis 2 Live, that does the voiceover for the show. He's interviewed such acts as Darude. He's interviewed such acts as the Chainsmokers, so you definitely want to check it out. RealEDM.com, and they are also on that thing that people use called SoundCloud. I don't know if you've heard about it. It's pretty popular. Go there. Also, this is being brought to you by Metro PCS. I am so pumped and so honored that they are promoting me. Speedy Link Metro PCS. To get into contact with them, it's not hard. Go to 7607 Causeway Boulevard, and that is in Tampa. 7607 Causeway Boulevard, with over 22 locations in the Bay Area, from Dade City all the way to Sarasota. 7813 Palm River Road. Go there. Basically, all you have to do is Google Speedy Link Metro PCS and go there to one of their 22 locations. Tell them that I sent you and that you're a listener of this show, and they will hook you up with a great deal. My friend Trey chimes in on Hoppy TV. He's also the third co-host on here, fourth. He's just not here. He chimes in. How about that hurricane, though? I mean, what do you want me to say? It's going to hit North Carolina and the East Coast. Honestly, I'm giving a more accurate description of the hurricane by not talking about it than by being a weather TV man that exploits it for ratings and pretends that they know what they're saying. It's literally the one job, being a weatherman, where you can be completely wrong and you're like, oh, that's Mother Nature being a bitch. Like, can you imagine if the news reported things wrong and it was like very wrong? Not like fake news where it's like sort of debatable. Can you imagine if they got the thing wrong and they're like, oops, didn't mean to report that. Chicago's been without crime for 2 weeks. Oops, that's not possible. I'm just saying. I hate weather people. And then they're so corny, too. They got to have their one-liners and their wacky little bits that they do because they're so cool because they're weather people. Fuck you. Just saying. Speaking of people that annoy me that are fake. Oh, my God. Now, listen. Okay. I'm really trying to be a different person. I'm really trying to be more positive, trying to smell the roses more, trying to appreciate life. So I'm working on being less negative. As you may have noticed, if you listen to previous shows, I was really angry. I was really fired up. So what I'm working on now is I'm really trying to be more positive. So if I see a TV show that I don't like, I go, not for me. But with this next segment, I think we're going to have to go back to being negative. With this next segment, I don't think there's a way to approach it without coming off like a douchebag. Listen, I have always said that Jimmy Fallon has talent. I've always said that he is a ringleader. Jimmy Fallon is awful at interviews. He's good at impressions. He's good at being a host of a show, but he's not a good talk show host, if that makes sense. He's kind of like a ringleader of like a circus. Like he has this going on over here. He has the band over here. Wah, 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 wah. It's a party. It's Jimmy Fallon show. So I've always been indifferent about Jimmy Fallon because I go, it's not for me, but I respect it. But starting today, September 13th, 2018 at 10:58 p.m. East Coast time, 9:58 p.m. Central, 7:50 p.m. West Coast time, and then whatever it is, Mountain time. I am sick and I am over that pussy, that spineless leech known as Jimmy Fallon. He can go screw off. And I will explain why. For too long, we have acted like he's a talk show host, even though he's like in second place, so he's not even number one. It makes sense that he'd be at number two. For too long, we have acted like there is actual humor that comes from Jimmy Fallon. I'm sorry, it doesn't. Here's what happened. Norm Macdonald, I'm not going to read the tweet because I don't want people thinking that I'm quoting him and that I'm saying it because it's just blah, blah, blah. If you want to see what Norm Macdonald tweeted, go ahead and Google it. Here's the thing. He was invited to go on The Tonight Show with Jimmy Fallon, Norm Macdonald, to promote his new show on Netflix. But that spineless pussy known as Jimmy Fallon disinvited him. Here's the thing, and I will explain it to you really easily. Jimmy Fallon is nothing more than a corporate pushover. And let me explain why. I'm not even being edgy. Jimmy Fallon, about a year or 2 years ago, I think it was 2 years ago, it was during the election, he had Trump on, and he was actually nice to Trump because he's not a hard-hitting interviewer. He doesn't have the IQ for that. But Jimmy Fallon had an interview with Trump, and it was very laid back, and then he played with his hair. He was nice to Trump. And then what happened was, like the last 6 months, that thing happened where the media was like, Jimmy Fallon, you got to begin hating on Trump. How dare you be indifferent about Trump? How dare you have fun with Trump? And I'm not making this about politics. I'm just saying that Jimmy Fallon was nice to Trump. So what does Jimmy Fallon do when the pressure is on him to hate on Trump? That pussy doesn't want to lose ratings and he has no credibility. So then he goes to making jokes about Trump, which, oh, wow. And listen, I don't like Trump, but oh, wow. Making jokes about Trump on late night TV, that doesn't happen. Oh, wait. Jimmy Fallon is nothing more than a pushover. He knows nothing about comedy because if he knew anything about comedy, he would have had Norm Macdonald on and he would have let Norm defend himself and he would have had a real moment. But Jimmy Fallon is incapable of being funny. He's incapable of doing good interviews and he's incapable of having his own original opinion. He's a spineless corporate pussy for NBC. So when the opportunity came knocking on the door to keep it safe, you better believe that Jimmy Fallon answered that door and let everybody in. That's PC. God damn it. And I'm not even trying to get mad here because I don't like yelling on my show, but I'm literally pissed off. It's literally infuriating that words are offending people. It's literally pissing me off that humor's gone down the drain. It just, here's my proof that Jimmy Fallon may not be the best late night talk show host. I promise you this isn't a bit. It's not like one of those videos where it's like on a loop for 10 minutes and it's the same clip. I'm going to play for you maybe a minute of how awful Jimmy Fallon's laugh is. And this is just from every interview he's ever done. Done. You know what I'm saying? He's got to laugh at every single joke. If you think I'm being annoying now, which I am, I got to play for you guys this clip of Jimmy Fallon laughing.
Anyway, we went to London, went to see his bones, and it was amazing. Segue. Anyway, the bones, it's not funny at all. I got it. Girl. I'm the drama.
You know who Jimmy Fallon is? I can't play any more of that. I don't want to lose listeners. I need as many as I can get when it comes to listeners. I'm not trying to lose more. You know what I'm saying? Cool. The thing, though, is that's a man who doesn't know what to say. So, you're so great, Will Smith. He wants to be accepted. Jimmy Fallon has no original opinion. Jimmy Fallon has nothing to base it off of because he doesn't know what to say. He's a good-looking frat boy that can do impressions on SNL, and now he's got a talk show. I got to play a little more of this. It's so great. It's just so bad.
It's real.
I should too.
You know who Jimmy Fallon is? He's that guy. He's at a frat party, hitting on a girl he wants to bang out. And the girl the whole time is just talking about things that happened during the day. It's not even humor. The girl's just saying, well, you know, I went to Publix today and I bought food. And then I went home and I watched Pretty Little Liars on Netflix. And now I'm hanging out with you. Oh, no, that's so great. That's what Jimmy Fallon is. He's a social guy. He's likable, but I don't think he's smart enough to carry an interview. She's got to have that fake laugh. And here's what's annoying. There's literally another 2 minutes and 50 seconds on that video. And I swear to God, that's individual clips. It's not just like something being replayed over and over. That's literally Jimmy Fallon's whole career in a 3-minute video when it comes to late night TV. God, shut up. Holy crap. Call me. 856-49-HOPPY. Am I being too hard on Jimmy Fallon? Let me know, because maybe I am. Maybe he's the greatest thing to happen to comedy ever. Maybe he's the future, even though he's not. All right. This is being brought to you by my guys over at Speedy Link Metro PCS with over 22 locations in the Bay Area, from Dade City all the way to Sarasota. Tweet at me at Ryan Hoppy Radio. And also go to realedm.com. Now you're saying, why should I go to realedm.com? It's one of the best podcasts out there. With my guy, Louis 2 Live, and Dylan, they interview the biggest names in EDM, and they give you the latest updates on everything going on. So you got to check that out. All right. We will be right back on Hoppy Hour after this. Do not touch that computer mouse, that tablet, however the hell you're listening to my show.
Hoppy Hour. Hoppy Hour.
I'm Louis 2 Live.
I'm Dylan.
This is Real EDM.
The Chicago EDM Podcast.
What's up? This is the Chainsmokers. Ramen Van Buren. Hey, this is Robbie Rivera.
Real EDM interviews.
Hi, this is Marcus Schultz.
Podcast like you've never heard before.
Hi, Lewis or Dylan?
Lewis and Dylan. Hi, Jess.
Lewis and Dylan.
The music, the culture, the lifestyle.
Dylan and Lewis taking you behind the scenes.
Hi, this is Crystal Waters.
Has that lotta D made you a lot of dough?
RealEDM.com.
Where he just constantly.
Shut up!
I get.
What's up, guys? It's Ryan Hoppy from Hoppy Hour, and I am proud to tell you guys about my partnership with Malectronic. They give you Bluetooth audio devices with an enhanced sound, so you can jam out to your favorite songs anywhere. You can use the speakers from such devices as your phone, your computer, or any Bluetooth-capable device. You can also use it as a hands-free speaker in your car to take calls. It's that easy, I tell you. It's very portable, and you can bring them anywhere with its long sessions, which can give you up to 20 hours of non-stop power with a Bluetooth range of 30 to 50 feet. Now, if you go to Malectronic.com and check out, use keyword Hoppy, you can save 20%. That's Malectronic.com, and at checkout, use the keyword Hoppy. That is Malectronic.com. Malectronic. Sounds perfect.
Ryan Hoppy. Ryan Hoppy. Ryan Hoppy.
Call Hoppy. 856-49-HOPPY. That's 856-494-6773.
Welcome back to Hoppy Hour. I am your host, Ryan Hoppy. You like this beat? It's called Drill X if you're from Chicago. Lil Durk. He's got a lot of clout. Okay, cool. Thanks for the update, Hoppy. Anytime, guys. All right. This weekend, the world almost came to an end. This weekend, the craziness happened between Cardi B and Nicki Minaj. And TMZ.com is going to let us know about it. Take it away, Harvey Levin, you respectable news journalist.
You heard him. All units called as the Cardi B Nicki Minaj feud comes to a head.
We got video from Friday night at the Harper's Bazaar party, and you can see Cardi B approach Nicki Minaj and her team going crazy.
God, imagine like what that's like when you're working at TMZ and you probably get tips all day long. Oh, I saw a doppelganger of Elvis jerking off. Is that cool? They probably get so many tips sent into them of just things that are dumb. Imagine when they get that tip where it goes, Cardi B and Nicki Minaj got into a fight, I tell you. Just imagine how excited they were. And then how sad they were when they realized they had to pay that person a good amount of money. All right, back to the clip as they will break down the fight that happened between Cardi B and Nicki Minaj.
Yeah, Cardi not happy with some online comments Nicki supposedly liked about Cardi being a bad mom. Cardi's people say she approached Nicki's table to address the lies Nicki was spreading.
That is the most 2018 fight ever. It wasn't even like, yo, I heard on the block you were talking smack, or yo, at the club you were talking smack. It's, you liked a few comments about how I'm a bad mom. I'm going to beat your ass now. If that is not the most 2018 thing I've ever heard, then tell me another example. All right, back to the clip.
I love that. I want to address the lies as she goes beelining it for her table.
That's how Cardi addresses something.
Outside, Cardi lunges for Nicki, gets held back by security,
Takes off her shoe, whips it at Nicki Minaj.
misses, leaves without the shoe, but did manage to get a second head.
How'd she get that lump?
Apparently somebody in security hit her.
It looks like she's pregnant again with that lump.
You don't get pregnant in your head.
That was always the worst part about watching TMZ is they would actually give you okay news, but then they got to do the whole Jimmy Fallon thing. Like, it's literally like the Jimmy Fallon of celebrity reporting, where they got to have that one-liner, and it's really good. They caught you off guard with it. And then everyone's like, like the Bob and Tom show. It's like, God, if something's funny, I want it to be genuine. All right, back to the clip.
Thank you, doctor. Later, Nikki seemed totally unfazed, but Cardi posted, I've let a lot of slide. I let you sneak diss me, I let you lie on me, but when you mention my child, all bets are up.
But it's like she was winning.
She's still winning. She is still winning.
Nicki Minaj got to Cardi B.
She's now shown her weakness.
That is a very good point brought up by the person that works at TMZ, 30 Mile Zone. I think that's what it is. Cardi B was literally winning this battle. Then Nicki Minaj, who is the old grandma of the female rap game, she literally was getting beaten by Cardi B. But Cardi B is letting Nicki Minaj get to her. So in a way, Nicki Minaj is winning because nobody has thought about Nicki Minaj in like 5 years. She hasn't mattered. She has not mattered. What's the last thing Nicki Minaj did? In 2015, she had that line, eat my ass like a cupcake, in that song with Drake and Lil Wayne. I forget the name of it. Like, what has she contributed in music? And I know she's got this popular podcast called Queen Radio. What I'm saying is she's not being played in top 40. Nobody cares about Nicki Minaj. So Cardi B was winning. She was absolutely winning by having all her music being played on the radio, on every format, top 40 in hip hop. She's getting interviewed by Howard for an hour. She was doing everything right. Cardi B was literally killing it. But then she freaked out about comments that Nicki Minaj liked about Cardi B being a bad mom. So then Cardi B attacks Nicki Minaj and brings Nicki Minaj back into the picture, which then probably led to Nicki Minaj getting more listens on Spotify. So Cardi B actually did Nicki Minaj a favor by attacking her because it brought her back into the spotlight in 2018. It goes into full circle, I tell you. Do you think I'm ever fazed whenever a radio show in any city, like if Rover's making fun of me and he's like, oh, 70 downloads that sound clip that he split up when I interviewed his rival, Brother Weeze? Do you think it bothers me when Rover does any of that? No, because he's giving me attention. I love every second that I'm talked about on the bone because it gives me attention. Cardi B needs to realize that when she's attacking Nicki Minaj, she's giving her attention and bringing her back into the spotlight. It's that easy. Somebody in Nicki's PR team needs to keep pissing off Cardi because it's getting Nicki more attention. And Cardi B's PR team, I don't know who it is, they need to tell her, knock it off and don't react to Nicki Minaj because you're keeping her in the spotlight. All right, back to the news clip.
The fact that all the other stuff didn't get to her, and she goes, okay, this is my limit. I think you got to set boundaries with people, man.
Cardi's a bit of a hero, that she's kind of just standing up. She's like saying no more.
And it worked. Today, Nikki apologized, saying, just kidding, that didn't happen. To be continued.
I always thought that voice, the guy that does the voiceover for TMZ, was always annoying them. I got the high voice, everybody. It's like, God, shut up. All right, call the show. 856-49-HOPPY. That's 856-49-HOPPY. I see that the legend, the man, the myth, who produced Radio Gold for 15 years, known as Eric Nagel, E-Rock, from the It's Eric Nagel podcast, is watching. I'm honored. He will be coming on the show this Saturday, and I will have it up Saturday night. Everybody needs to check out the It's Eric Nagel podcast. He's as legit as it comes. He's a good friend, and I appreciate it. So thank you for watching, Eric. All right, we will be right back on Happy Hour after this. Do not touch that computer mouse. that tablet, however the hell you're listening to my show.
Happy Hour. Happy Hour.
I'm Louis 2 Live. I'm Dylan.
This is Real EDM.
The Chicago EDM Podcast.
What's up? This is the Chainsmokers. Ramen Van Buren. Hey, this is Robbie Rivera.
Real EDM interviews.
Hi, this is Marcus Schultz.
Podcasts like you've never heard before.
Hi, Louis or Dylan?
Louis and Dylan. Hi, Jess.
Louis and Dylan.
The music, the culture, the lifestyle.
Dylan and Louis taking you behind the scenes.
Hi, this is Crystal Waters.
Has that Lotta D made you a lot of dough?
RealEDM.com.
What's up? This is Ryan Hoppy, host of the two-time award-winning Hoppy Hour podcast, and I am proud to announce about my new sponsor here in the Tampa Bay area, Speedy Link, the best Metro PCS dealer in all of the Bay Area. They have 22 locations covering this great Bay Area from Dade City all the way to Sarasota. Maybe you're sick and tired of your current cell phone dealer, and you're just thinking, man, I really want to switch to Metro PCS. If you go there to their main store at 7813 Palm River Road, and that's in Tampa, and you tell them that Ryan Hoppy sent you and that you're a listener of Hoppy Hour, they will hook you up with a great deal. What are you waiting for? Give them a call now at 813-626-0297. That's 813-626-0297, and visit them at 7813 Palm River Road in Tampa. Tell them I sent you. Oh, hey. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, to you. Oh, yeah, babe. My whole life has changed since you came in. Since you came in, I knew back then you were that special one. You were that one. I'm so in love, so deep in love. You make my life complete. You complete me. You are so sweet, are so sweet. No one competes. No one competes.
Shut up!
Glad you came in my life. You blind me with your love. With you, I have no sight.
Ryan Hoppy. Ryan Hoppy. Ryan Hoppy.
Call Hoppy. 856-49-HOPPY. That's 856-494-6773.
You better work if you want to make it in this business, I tell you. Call me. 856-49-HOPPY. That's 856-49-HOPPY. You better work. Cover girl. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm. All right. I saw this headline here, and I'll wrap up with this. It's really funny. It made me go, aha, aha. It made me chuckle. MGK needs to shut the F up, according to Eminem. This is from TMZ.com. Eminem isn't sure how he's going to fire back at Machine Gun Kelly in their heated feud, but he is making one thing clear. Machine Gun Kelly needs to shut the F up. You know what this is? I respect the hell out of Eminem. He's great. I like the new album. I thought it was good, but it's just really angry, and there's so much anger on social media that it's hard to bump to when you're going to your job. Like him just bitching about everything. It's like, okay, we get it. Things suck. But Eminem saying that MGK needs to shut the F up is kind of hypocritical, because Eminem's the one that began this beef, and then MGK actually fired back in a good way and made Eminem kind of look like. What I noticed was people that said that it wasn't a good rap were the people that don't want to let go to the past. It was people between the ages of like 33 to anything. And they're like, oh, this kid's a punk. And Eminem wasn't a punk. Eminem made a song about burning down a house. Or he had lyrics about it. Eminem was violent. It's just
when you get older, you're not going to like the music that you grew up on anymore. Or when you get older, you're not going to like the music that's out now. You're going to like the music that you grew up with. So all these Eminem fans that don't like MGK, that's just a circle of life. And all these fans of MGK right now that are my age aren't going to like the rap that's going to be out in 10 years. And our parents of the people that listen to Eminem didn't like Eminem. And then the grandparents didn't like the music that our parents listened to. And then our great-grandparents didn't like the music that our grandparents listened to. Then our great-great-grandparents didn't like the music that our great-grandparents listened to. It's a cycle. It's a thing that happens. You don't like the music that's out. So I noticed everybody that was hating on MGK, it's just like, you just come off old. Here's the thing Eminem said. Eminem says he doesn't want to rap about MGK because he doesn't want to make MGK bigger by giving him attention or publicity. Even though he went on Sway in the Morning to talk about it, which is one of the biggest radio shows, so you're giving him attention there. And also, Eminem mentioned him in his song, so he was giving him attention there. And Eminem's music broke record listening numbers on Spotify for Eminem. So you've given him a lot of attention, dummy. Are you serious? Are you out of your mind? Oh, now you don't want to give him attention because he kind of made you look a little bit bad. And I'm an Eminem fan and I like MGK. Is that possible? Maybe. But what I'm saying is you can't have it both ways, Eminem. Back in 2002, when you were running the rap game, it was hard for people to respond because you got to make a CD, then you got to hope that it gets on MTV or maybe Total Request Live, and Carson will give you a shot to play it on air. So Eminem, it was easier for him to talk smack because there was no way to respond. But now in 2018, MGK just makes it immediately and makes Eminem look bad, and he kind of comes off old by saying that MGK shouldn't give more attention, but he's talking about them. There's this overall concept with celebrities that I don't get. Celebrities, a lot of times, don't like each other. Celebrities, a lot of times, hate each other. If you truly hate that person, don't promote them. Don't talk about them. Because it seems like Eminem actually hates these current rappers. I'm hip enough where I've heard of Lil Pump or Lil Xan, but a few of these rappers he was talking about, I never heard of. But because Eminem brought them up in his song, now I know who they are. I don't get this concept. Celebrities don't seem to gather. They're not able to grasp that if you get into a beef, you're giving that person attention. If Eminem truly did not like the current rappers, he wouldn't have rapped about them. Nobody was even thinking about them unless you're between the ages of 12 and 24. Nobody was thinking about Lil Xan or Lil Pump. But by Eminem talking about it, now the older generation knows about it. It's common sense. If you don't like somebody, don't talk about them. There's plenty of people I don't like. And you know what I do? Because I'm a narcissist, I don't talk about them, so they're not getting attention. I don't get the people that are like, oh, I hate this person. Let me promote them for free. Because any publicity is good publicity, frankly. I'm just saying. I think Eminem didn't know what he signed up for. He's from a different era where he's used to doing whatever he wants, and I feel like for once he has competition. And frankly, Slim Shady feels a little threatened. All right. Now that I have a lot more free time, I like doing these shows, so some might not be a whole hour, but I just want to get out there and express the way I feel about things. So this show, frankly, I know you're sad. I know you're upset to hear. I know it's not the news you want to hear. I know it's not news that's going to make your day. I know it's sad, but like everything in life, this show is about to end. But this show, has been brought to you by Metro PCS Speedy Link with over 22 locations in the Bay Area. From Dade City all the way to Sarasota, they will hook you up with a great deal. Go to Spotify and search up Hoppy Radio to listen to the show. Also go to Mixcloud, SoundCloud, TuneIn, YouTube. Search up Hoppy Radio, and it's there. And also get the Hoppy Radio app. This also has been brought to you by RealEDM.com, the best EDM podcast out there, with my guy, Louis 2 Live, who does the voiceover on this show. My guy who absolutely, positively crushes it. If you don't know who I'm talking about, it's this guy.
Hey, this is Louis 2 Live from Dance Factory Radio in Chicago. And you're listening to Hoppy Hour.
Now, if you have a podcast and you want him to do a voiceover, go to louis2live.com, LUIS, the number 2 live.com, and check out RealEDM.com for his podcast with Dylan. All right, this has been Hoppy Hour. I am signing off. I will be doing these more frequently, so I will be back later. Bye.
Hoppy Hour. Hoppy Hour.